I hope you guys are doing well and are having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be picking our August TBR, which honestly, saying that out loud, a little bit scary. I'm getting a little bit nervous that we are going into August. Absolutely insane. But we're going to be using the spinning wheel today, which you guys actually really enjoyed last month. So I was going to do a TBR jar, but I thought, you know what, let's do another month with the spinning wheel. And if you guys don't know, essentially my TBR is very long, so I haven't included all my books. Okay, I've just put like 20 random books. I've looked around my room and I've picked 20 books, and we're gonna just spin, and we are gonna select 6 of them for my August TBR. And I do normally read more than 6 books, however I am in 3 book clubs, 2 of which are both like joinable for you guys. They are both down below in the description. They are both completely free, and I'd love to see you guys over there, so if you guys want to join those, feel free. But the other one is like a little in-person like bestie book club thing. So I have 3 essentially books that I have to read in the month, and then these 6 are going to be my TBR books, which I am going to stick to, I promise, because last month we're just not even going to talk about it. Like, I just didn't stick to it whatsoever. But anyway, all that being said, we are going to be spinning the wheel 6 times today to get 6 books that I'm going to read in the month of August. I have a mix of genres here. We've got romance, we've got fantasy, we have got, I think, a thriller in there. We've got a bunch of random books, and I'm so excited for all of them. So without further ado, get comfy, get cozy, and let's dive into spinning the wheel for the first time. So let's go. Okay, let's spin the wheel together. I am so scared because I feel like there is always one book that I want to read the least, and I feel like that is always what the spinning wheel selects. Oh, did it not do it? It glitched out, so I'm doing it again. Is it just not working? Sorry, it glitched out, so I'm spinning it again. For some reason, it just did not want to work just then. Okay, we have our first book. What is it? Is it a good one? No. The answer is no. Okay guys, so the first book that we are hopefully going to read in the month of August is Never Never by Colleen Hoover. Now the reason I put this on the spinning wheel is because I just need to read it or get rid of it. I'm at that point with this book that I just have to try it because I keep picking it for TBRs. I don't read it. I just have no itch to read Colleen Hoover anymore, and I just feel like that kind of ship has sailed for me, so this just hasn't seemed at all interesting. But let's read the back together and see what this one is about. So it says, Charlie Winwood and Silas Nash have been best friends since they could walk. They've been in love since the age of 14, but as of this morning, they are complete strangers. Their first kiss, their first fight, the moment they fell in love. Every moment has vanished. Now Charlie and Silas must work together to uncover the truth about what happened to them and why. But the more they learn about the couple they used to be, the more they question why they never were together to begin with. Forgetting is terrifying, but remembering might be worse. I am just not bothered. Do you know what I mean? Like, I used to absolutely love Colleen Hoover. Like, she is the sole reason really that I got into reading, apart from like reading Twilight when I was younger and that kind of like vibe. Like, Colleen Hoover books really got me into reading. Like, I'll be the first to admit it. But this one, I feel like since reading other authors, I just haven't itched for it. But we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get this off the TBR, and I'm gonna read Never Never, I think, by Colleen Hoover. Okay guys, book number 2. Let's see what we get. I'm praying for a good one. Let's see. It's a long one, I fear. Ooh! Okay, so next up we have Immortal Dark by Tiger Skirma. I am going to pronounce that so wrong, and I am so incredibly sorry, but we have Immortal Dark. Now, I have heard really good things about this book. I have had it on like my radar for a while, and I actually found it in the works for I think £5 the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna have to get it, because on the front it literally says a lost heiress, a soulless vampire, a secret drenched in blood, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to get it because I love a vampire book. Like, growing up with Twilight and like the Vampire Diaries, like vampire books, I eat them up. So I'm very excited about this one. I believe there is a second book in the series out now, but I think it's only out in hardback at the moment, so I am looking forward to diving in, and let's read the back together and see what it's about. So it says, bloodthirsty vampire, innocent maiden, think again. Orphaned heiress, Caden Adane, I think that's how you pronounce it, grew up far from the hidden society she was born into, where human bloodlines gain power through vampire companionship. When her sister June disappears, Caden is convinced a vampire stole her. The very vampire bound to their family, a cruel yet captivating. See, this is where I'm not going to be able to... Susinios Sigade. Oh my goodness. That is a confusing name for someone who can't read that. Anyway, to find her sister, Caden must infiltrate the elite Uxley University and survive living with Sisinius. I'm going to have to audiobook that name because I cannot pronounce that. Even as he does everything he can to drive her away. As Caden uncovers the heart of the ruthless vampire's underworld, she grew determined to bring Uxley to its knees. But when her thirst for revenge collides with Sisinius' lust for blood, the pair become entangled in a game of seductive desires and murderous secrets. Okay, apart from me like completely butchering the name, I feel like I'm so excited about this one. It is a bit of a longer one. We are looking at nearly 500 pages, but I'm really excited about this. Hopefully it's on Kindle Unlimited or maybe even an audiobook, but I'm thoroughly excited. Oh look, it has letters inside too. Oh, now I want to read the physical copy. Okay, I'm really excited about this. So the second book we have is Immortal Dark by Tigest Gama, I think. I'm so sorry. Okay, moving on to spin number 3. Also, I do just want to say, if you can hear any people outside or anything like that, I do apologise, but it's so hot. Shout it with me from the top of the roof. It's so hot. I have to have them open. Okay, what is it? Is it a good one? I'm scared to look, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, so next up we have Broken Like You by Luna Pierce. Now this one was actually ever so kindly gifted by one of you guys from my Amazon wishlist, which guys, honestly, please don't ever feel like you have to go on my wishlist and buy me anything, but it is always down below if you ever want to have a little look. But you don't feel like you have to at all. This was just such a kind and incredible gesture that I will never forget, so thank you so much. I do have the little thing in here to say who it was from, but I never actually found out who it was from because I couldn't find the person online anywhere. So if you sent me this, please let me know because I'm so grateful. But Broken Like You, I believe, is a really dark romance kind of vibe, which I'm so excited about. So let's read the back together for this one. So this is in the POV of Claire. When I'm forced to move across the country, I use the unfortunate situation to distance myself from my abusive ex. I swear off sexy bad guys only to, quite literally, be knocked down by one the second I step into the courtyard of my new apartment complex. He doesn't even apologise, he just walks off. Tired of being treated like I don't matter, I forget those emerald eyes and focus on securing a college scholarship. But fate throws us together when we enroll in the same English class and I'm forced to tutor him. That's when I discover that there's good hidden beneath the surface, but there are secrets too. And then we have Johnny, and it says, working for a criminal organisation means no one around me is safe. I only took the job to protect the innocent, and now I'm just biding my time hoping to get out alive. When Claire walks into my life, it's like a defibrillator to my heart, I think that's what it says. I vow to stay away to make her hate me, to keep her from harm, but it becomes impossible when we're thrown together both at the college we attend and the complex we live in. And once I get a taste of how sweet she is, there's no turning back. The desire to please and protect her is far too strong to resist. But when secrets are exposed and our past come back to haunt us, we are not just fighting for our hearts, but for our lives. I'm so excited about this. I won't lie, like, she is thick. Like, we are looking at 550 pages, like absolutely insane, but I have been itching to read this one, and I know that this one, I think, is interconnected to another few books that are on my wish list, so I might have to buy those too. But this one, so excited about. And again, if you sent me this book, please let me know because I have been hunting to try and find you for a very long time, and I just can't find you. But yeah, just so thankful. So let's dive into that. I'm very excited to get into that one. Okay, book number 4. I always feel like this goes so quickly and it makes me really sad, but I can't really pick more than 6 because I don't think I'll get to them all. Also, sorry if you can hear the birds. Oh, okay, this one I was a little bit scared of, not gonna lie. So book number 4, we have The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. This is a very recent purchase of mine. I actually bought this at 66 Books when I went a few weeks ago. I had the best time, and there is a massive haul on my channel if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, this was one of those books that I went with my friend Jade, and she was like, oh, they have this book, like it's meant to be amazing. It's like a Viking fantasy vibe, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it, because let's be real, this was £10.99. But it cost me, I think, like £3 something, so I was like, I may as well buy it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm very excited about this one. So let's read the back of this one together. So it says, Scylla Nordvig is running for her life. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, I'm so sorry. The queen of, see, this is the thing with fantasy books, there's so many words that I can't pronounce that I need to then Google the pronunciations, but it says the queen of Isildur has sent warriors to bring Scylla to Sunavek. This is going to be hard to read. Where death awaits her. When her father is killed, his last words set Scylla on a perilous quest. Travel the treacherous road of bones, a 1,000-mile stretch haunted by warbands of creatures of darkness and a mysterious murderer, and go to Copa, where the Shield House awaits her. After barely surviving the first stretch of road, a desperate Scylla seeks into a supply wagon belonging to the notorious Blood Axe crew. To make it to Copa, she must win over Axe Eyes, the brooding leader of the crew, whilst avoiding the wolf, his distractingly handsome right-hand man. But wait, did that make sense? I hope so. But the Queen's ruthless assassin has other plans and haunts Scylla obsessively. Will Scylla make it safely to Cooper, or will she fall prey to the perils of the road? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of words I can't pronounce in this one, so we are probably going to have a little Google, but feel free to pause and read, because I feel like you guys will do a much better job at reading it than me reading it to you guys. But nonetheless, I am really excited about it. At the top it actually says, a woman on the run, a crew of Viking mercenaries, a forbidden romance, and the secret which threatens them all. See, that sounds exciting. I am excited to dive into this one. I wonder if it's in... I think it's in third person, which kind of upsets me, but that being said, I am excited to dive in. So we're going to be reading The Road of Bones, which is part of a series, so I'm excited to see whether I actually like this one as to whether I continue, but that is fun. Moving on to book number 5. I feel like, again, this is over so quickly, but we are on book number 5. Is it a good one? Oh, okay, I'll take that. Next up, we have Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think this one was actually pulled for my July TBR and I just didn't get to it. So this I'm very, very much excited about. And to be honest, if I end up reading this book, when I end up reading this book, I will probably dive into book 2, which is The Love Wager, because then I can just get that series off the list as well. On the back of this one, it says, bad luck has always followed Olivia Marshall. When a "what are you wearing" text from a random number turns into the hottest, most entertaining relationship of her life, she thinks things might be looking up. Colin Beck has always seen Olivia as his flatmate's annoying little sister until she moves in with them and he realises she's turned into an altogether sexier distraction. He's determined to keep his distance, but it isn't easy, especially when he discovers that she's the flirty, funny and anonymous girl he's been secretly messaging for weeks. Now, Mr. Wrong Number has a decision to make. Should he shut down the messages before things get messy or turn up the heat? So this is obviously a wrong number romance. Would you have guessed by the name Mr. Wrong Number? I'm really excited about this one. It's not long, like it's a nice short read. We're looking like 340 pages, like a really nice little cheeky romance. And I feel like with some of these longer books, this is going to be perfect. Okay, so last but definitely not least, we have got book number 6. We're doing a spin. I'm so excited to see what book we get. I hope it's a good one. Ooh! Okay, I spelt that wrong. I've just noticed it says beanded instead of branded, but you guys know what I mean. Okay guys, so last but not least, we have got Branded by Saffron A. Kent. Again, this was a book I picked up from 66 Books, and I think I had this one on my wish list for a little while, and then I saw it there, and it just screamed that I would love it. It looks dark, it looks spicy, it looks fun. So let's read the back together. So it says, it all began with letters. Every word he wrote etched itself into my soul. I had no choice but to fall in love with him. Was it really so bad that the letters were part of a pen pal program for prisoners, or that they weren't addressed to me? It's not as if we ever met. It's not as if I'd ever get to look into Boo's eyes, which yearn for the ranch he left behind, or that I'd ever get to feel his work, roughened hands dominating my body just as he does my fevered dreams. What harm could there be? Until one afternoon when I find myself standing in front of Bo, pretending to be someone I'm not. But the joke's on me, because for all of my pretenses, his description is much crueler. This hardened, dangerous, impossibly beautiful man is nothing like the man in the letters, and it's too late for me to run. I'm obsessed. Dark cowboy energy. I'm so here for it. I absolutely cannot wait to dive into this. Honestly, I'm so excited. So that's book number 6. I'm very excited about that one. So a quick roundup of all the books we have for the month of August. Firstly, we have Branded by Saffron A. Kent. We have Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. We have The Road of Bones by Demi Winters. Next is Broken Like You by Luna Pierce. We have Immortal Dark by Tigest Germa, I think. I'm so sorry. And lastly, Never Never by Colleen Hoover. So these are all of the books that we are going to be reading in the month of August, plus my 3 book club reads. I'm very excited. I feel like we've got a really good mix of like fantasy, we've got some dark, we've got some romance, we've got a really fun mix of books. I am just very excited to dive into these, and I feel like this month could be the month I read them all. fingers crossed. So that is everything for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I would love to know, as always, down below, what books are you planning on picking up in the month of August? Please let me know. And also, as always, any book recommendations that you guys have for me, I would absolutely love them down below in the comments. If you are watching me for the first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, as I would absolutely love to hit 13.2 thousand subscribers super soon if we can, and I would just love to have you guys here, to be honest. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. I love you guys so incredibly much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.